Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. Today we're looking at the Stihl MSA 160C battery saw. Now this is a detail carving saw for me. If you guys follow my other channel, Calhoun Woodworker, you'll see me chainsaw carving with this and doing detail work and all that kind of stuff. Recently we did a show carving live and this saw started acting up for me. So I figured I'd bring it in the shop and see what we could do here with you guys in case you run into this problem. So at full trigger, the saw I'd be holding the trigger all the way down, the saw would cut out, cut on, cut out, cut on, half power, all that kind of stuff. I set it aside and worked with other saws the rest of the day. Now today, I've brought it into the shop to look at it. I've plugged it into the Stihl, what is it, the ADG2 by Stihl. You plug this in, it goes into your computer, and you can see what's going on or get an idea where to start. Now, because I couldn't get any power through it, it kind of is just telling me to go through and look at all my switches, my trigger switch, the switch for the chain brake and that kind of stuff, and see if you know, if there's bad connections or anything like that. So what I'm planning to do today is take this apart, go through, check all my connections, clean it all up, and slap this good battery back in there and see if the saw runs. With that, let's tear it down and take a look at these connections. Get this bar and chain out of the way. Get my side cover off here. If anybody's worked on these units and you're watching this video, feel free to comment. I'm always open to you know, input from other mechanics, people that have been doing it longer. There's always a misconception that if you start a channel, you know it all. I don't believe I know it all in any way. I just know that when I have a problem or something to work on, I want to video it, one, so I have it for reference, and two, so it can help the viewer out and hopefully create some good content out of it for you guys. Just kind of wiping this up. There's really no need to because there's nothing electrical here, but getting that cleaned up and out of the way. Alright, so not to mess with that. So I'm kind of hoping I can get away with that again, but I might be running into this issue because something is starting to go bad. You know, a switch might be going bad or something. So our switch for our chain brake is here. All right, here's like our control module. All I'm gonna do, making sure that module there is getting pushed down and in place. There's no battery in it right now, so. All right, played around with all those connections. Just want to see. Still nothing. Starting to think it's going to be that trigger switch in here. One, two, three. That's revealed. Let's see, there's going to be one, two down here. These are holding the handle on. Now this model that I have, the 160C, is from 2012, so it's like one of their very early models for this saw. Handle off, we've got one more screw down here. Lift this up nice and slow. There's quite a bit of sawdust packed down in through here. This is our trigger switches here, so we could be having a real connection issue with just the trigger. Looking at my connections here, they actually look pretty clean. I think what I'm going to do is just I'm going to step off to the side and take some air and blow everything out, and then see if anything will turn on from there. I'm looking on this side. I don't know if this is it. You got your red wire. Below it, you got this connection tab. And it seems to not be popped in place. When you're looking at it, on mine, it's a blue wire, a brown, gray, orange wire. And it's all right here where this plastic is, where the screwdriver is. That seems to not be in place, so now it's in place. I wonder if that's our bad connection and why when I'm wiggling these. I wonder if that's something that keeps coming undone. Because I said I've had this issue before. I wonder if that just keeps popping out, because it doesn't look like it has an actual locking tab. It looks like it just pops in place. The whole thing's in now. Let's see if that resolves our problem. Well, let's go through and let's reassemble. Press air and try cleaning it up first. Also be sure to look at your connections here. If they need to be cleaned up, if they look like they got a lot of corrosion or anything on them, get a brass brush. See if you can't clean them up. I don't use any liquid solvents or anything like that. Just try to shine them up a little bit. All right, just something simple like that. Now we're gonna go back through, see if we can't get this unit back together. It can be a little bit tricky sometimes. And you've got this rod that's gonna have to kind of seat in there and connect to the trigger. Okay, rests, works. So this rod slips into the hole here, in the hole there. Okay. Is this spring, which will sit on top of this tab. There's a tab here. All right, and then this piece will go down. Now there's a hole in the spring, so the tab on this guy will go in that hole and sit over the spring like this. Okay, you don't push it down though. I kind of try to get it all to balance there for a minute. Everything is a balancing act. Just gonna put this on, make sure that button goes in the hole. And I'm gonna hold it all together with this hand. Just take a look, make sure everything looks good. So this little tab holds your chain brake button in place. Everything looks seated properly while holding. Trigger's locked, push in button works. Okay. Time to just put the screws back in that hold this cover on. Everything's still working. Let's see if that battery will pop in like it should. Hold it. Again, with covers off and things, right, you test that at your own risk, guys. Chance of getting shocked and things are much higher when you don't have your covers on, okay? So, again, do it at your own risk. Now I gotta remember how these go in. Pretty sure these guys just sit. Kind of push them down in place. The smooth side should be facing out on both of them. So spring tabs. Try to line it up. Just push it down. Don't squeeze them right now because they're gonna go flying. Forward. May have to finagle these a little, but be careful, they'll pop out on you. pushing the plastic down and kind of bringing these in just a little bit so everything sits down together. If you guys made it this far, be sure to give me a thumbs up and hit subscribe. I really do appreciate it. Let me know if you had the issue with this saw and it was able to help you get yours up and running. Saw's back together. Seems to be working just fine. If you guys are interested in chainsaw carving, be sure to check out my other channel, Cowhall Woodworker. I teach chainsaw carving. We got time lapse, a lot of fun videos over there. Appreciate everybody watching here. Leave me a comment, give me a thumbs up, hit subscribe, hit that bell, hit all. Check out some videos popping up, and I'll see you guys later.